Today, we're cracking open the vault on basic finance. We are skipping the boring textbook stuff. There's no guy in a suit droning on through a slideshow filled with terrible word art. Just you, me, and the brutal truth about where your money is actually going. And spoiler alert, it's coffee. It is almost always coffee. You know, we love to convince ourselves that our budgets are tight because of complex macroeconomic factors or the global supply chain. But let's be real for a second. So often, our money is just dripping away through daily, completely unmonitored habits. We're going to get into exactly how to fix that, but first, we literally need to rebuild how you think about wealth from the ground up. Okay, first things first, what even is money? Technically, money is just a shared agreement. Like we all collectively agreed that a green piece of paper, or let's be more realistic, a digital number sitting on an app, is magically worth something. Society pointed at that number and said, "This is worth a coffee," and everyone just nodded. It really only has three jobs. It's a medium of exchange, meaning you use it to buy stuff. It's a store of value, so you can save it for later. And it's a unit of account, meaning you measure things in it. Cool. Now that we've settled that, let's talk about why most of us are absolutely terrible at managing all three. So, the bedrock foundation of all personal finance is this one equation. Ready? It's super complicated. Money in minus money out. That's it. That is the whole thing. It's essentially a seesaw. If the first number is bigger, you're winning. If the second number is bigger, well, you're probably exactly the person who needs this explainer. Income is everything that comes in. Your salary, your side gigs, even that $10 your uncle still owes you from 2017. Expenses are everything going out. Rent, food, those sneaky app subscriptions you completely forgot you had. Yes, I see that gym membership you haven't used since January. And, of course, the coffee. Step one of financial health is actually knowing these two exact numbers. Be better than most people. Figure them out. Let's move to level 2 and see how this builds into an actual strategy. Now that you know your numbers, let's talk budgeting. Wait, don't fall asleep on me. I know the word causes physical pain for some people, but a budget is literally just a plan for your money. That is all it is. It's not a punishment, it's freedom. A budget simply means you're telling your money exactly where to go instead of waking up at the end of the month scratching your head, wondering where the heck it went. The most famous starting point for that plan? The 50-30-20 rule. Let's slice it up. 50% of your income goes to your needs. Rent, food, keeping the lights on, things you literally cannot survive without. 30% goes to wants, eating out, Netflix, or buying that expensive candle that smells like a forest, because apparently we all want our living rooms to smell like pine trees now. And finally, 20% goes to savings and debt repayment. This specific slice is your future self saying thank you while your current self cries just a little bit. Now, is 50-30-20 perfect for everyone? No way. But it's a starting point. Tweak the percentages to fit your life. Just don't make it 90% wants and 10% vibes. That's not a budget, guys. That's a disaster. Let's talk about the execution of that saving slice. The concept sounds simple, right? But doing it is apparently rocket science for most of us. Here is why you save. Emergencies, goals, and ultimate freedom. Emergencies come first because life will throw you a curveball. Your car breaks down, a medical bill pops up, or your landlord raises rent because he woke up feeling evil that Tuesday. An emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of expenses is your financial seatbelt. You probably won't need it, but oh, buddy, when you do. Then you save for goals, a new laptop, a house down payment, or early retirement so you can finally learn pottery. The trick here? Step 1, pay yourself first. The moment your income hits, move a fixed amount to savings before you spend a dime. Step 2, automate it. Step 3, make it invisible. If you don't see it, you won't spend it. Future you will write you a thank you card. All right, I need you to really lean in for this next part. We are entering level 3. Because this concept right here, this is the cheat code. This is the ultimate power-up that completely shifts the rules of the game in your favor. I am talking about compound interest. Albert Einstein allegedly called it the 8th wonder of the world. He may not have actually said that, but whoever did say it was absolutely correct. Here's how it works. You earn interest on your savings. Fantastic. But then you earn interest on that interest. And then interest on that interest. It snowballs, it compounds, it multiplies while you sleep like some beautiful mathematical gremlin working entirely for your benefit. To prove this magic is real, let's say you invest just $1,000 at an 8% return per year. You leave it alone. Fast forward 30 years. Without adding a single extra dollar, you would have over $10,000. You did absolutely nothing. The math did all the heavy lifting. But the catch, because there's always a catch, is time. The earlier you start, the bigger that snowball gets. Starting at age 25 versus age 35 can literally double your final outcome. So if you're young, hi, start now. If you're older, hi, also start now. Today is literally the youngest you will ever be again. Now let's pivot to the level 4 boss fight, debt. It's the word nobody wants to talk about, but practically everybody has. Here's the nuance though. Not all debt is inherently evil. There is such a thing as good debt. A mortgage that builds equity over time? Reasonable. A student loan for a degree that increases your earning power? Debatable in some cases, but generally okay. A business loan to build an enterprise? Potentially great. But bad debt? Oh man, that's your high-interest consumer debt. It's the credit cards you can't pay off monthly. It's those sneaky buy now, pay later schemes for things you absolutely didn't need, turning an easy monthly installment into something that costs double in the long run. The golden rule, if debt earns you money or appreciates, it might be okay. If it funds things that lose value the second you buy them, you are in the danger zone. So, what is the game plan for that bad, high-interest debt? You must pay it off aggressively. I mean it. You need to treat high-interest debt like it walked into your house and personally insulted your family. Why? Because financially speaking, it basically did. It is actively stealing from your future wealth to fund your past consumption. Crush it as fast as humanly possible. Once you have a budget, automated savings, and your bad debt under control, we reach the late game strategy, investing. This is where money actually grows into true wealth. Now, I know some of you just heard the word stocks and your palms started sweating. Totally fair. But enter the beginner's best friend, index funds. An index fund is like buying a tiny, tiny slice of the entire stock market instead of betting your whole life savings on one single company. It gives you instant diversification. Please do not put all your eggs in one basket, especially if that basket is a highly volatile meme stock your cousin enthusiastically texted you about at 2 a.m. To keep you safe out there, I want you to internalize these investing mantras. First, start small. Second, stay consistent. Just keep feeding that compound interest snowball. Third, don't panic when the market dips. It always does. It's totally normal. And finally, never invest money you absolutely need to use in the next 1 to 2 years. The stock market is not a casino. You are not trying to get rich quick. You are trying to get rich slow. Because when it comes to true wealth building, boring wins every single time. Before we wrap this up, let's talk about your financial mindset. There's a brilliant reminder we all need. I'm bad with money is not a personality trait. It is a skill gap. And the beautiful thing about skills, they can be learned. Our relationship with money is deeply emotional. We spend when we're sad, we overspend when we're celebrating, and we avoid checking our bank balances because ignorance feels so much warmer than the cold, hard truth. But financial wellness is about habits. You track your spending not to punish yourself, but just to know. Knowledge is step 1. You simply cannot improve what you refuse to measure. You have basically just absorbed a CFO crash course. We cover the reality of what money is, the unyielding math of income versus expenses, the freedom of budgeting, the magic of compound interest, slaying bad debt, and the boring brilliance of index funds. But if you take absolutely nothing else away from this entire explainer, burn this command into your brain. Start saving today. For the love of compound interest, please start right now. Which brings us to one final question to leave you with. Are you ready to actually track your spending, or will ignorance keep costing you? That's the choice you have to make right now as this explainer ends. Change your mindset, take control of the math, and start building your freedom. If this helped you, share it with someone whose financial situation scares you. You know exactly who I'm talking about. Stay curious, stay consistent, and I will see you in the next explainer.